Yo, what's good, guys? So, I've had a ton of people asking me, how do I actually get a client as a growth operator? Right? So many people are saying, how do I get my first client? How do I actually sign a client? I've been growth operating for months now. I just can't land a single client. And I thought I'd make a video about it. I thought I'd finally, just put a video out there that explains how to actually get your first client, and not just one client, but two, three, four, five, six, seven. Get 20 clients in a month, right? It's pretty straightforward, and I'm going to go through how to actually do it. So you have two ways to go about client acquisition, and most of you guys, it's just going to have to be cold outbound. You're starting off, you don't really have a personal brand yet, you can't put money towards ads. It's just going to have to be cold outbound. And there's two ways. There's obviously cold DMs on Instagram, and then there's cold email. So the most effective, way of acquisition that I found has been cold DMs on Instagram, literally just Instagram. And it's been the way that I've been able to land 3 clients in like the past week. And I'm going to run through how I did that. But before I do that, I want to ask you guys a question, and that's, who's more likely to get a client, right? Who's more likely to get a client? Knowing the fact that the more inputs you put in, the greater chance of having booking a call. Is it the person that does 10 to 20 personalized DMs per day, personalized looms, creating them a school community, putting all this time in and taking their time? Or is it the person that does 500 DMs per day, fully automated? They're not actually doing the DMs, but they're automating the process and no manual input is required. Who is more likely to land the client first? Well, I'll be honest, it's person 2. Right? Obviously, we know that volume negates luck. And the more inputs that you're able to put in, the greater the chance that you're able to land a client. Right? And a lot of you guys are spending your time, taking your time, building out the customized school community for them, helping them, give them free value, giving them so much time per each prospect. What ends up happening, they don't even reply to you. Right? You take all this time, the prospect doesn't even reply, you just waste all your time. So resorting to 500 DMs, not even 500, let's say 100 or 250 per day, which is automated, you're not doing it manually, you have so much leverage, right? You're not using your time and taking time to make out these personalized videos. Now, your number one goal when starting out, or even if you've, landed a client or two and you want to kind of get more clients, it should be to send as many messages per day as possible. Right? The more people that see your message, the greater chance they will book in a call, right? You will beat majority of your competition that could only be bothered to do 10 to 20 DMs per day. That's just how it is. So many of you guys out there can't be bothered to even do like 20 DMs per day. How do you think you're going to land a client if there's people out here doing 500 DMs per day, right? You just have no leverage. So many of you are going to say, look, I can't physically do 500 DMs per day. My Instagram account's going to get banned. That's just too hard. How am I meant to find that many prospects? I'll show you right now. So there's no excuse. And just so you know, I've done this exact same process and I'll show you the results it's done for me. So first of all, the first thing you can do is delegate it to a VA, right? Get 1, 2, 8 VAs. And what they can do is they can just send out the DMs to people on their account manually. You don't have to do it. The VAs are doing it themselves. So you're removing yourself from the outreach process, which is extremely leveraged. Now, you can use 5 to 8 aged Instagram accounts, right? And you connect to software that sends out all the DMs for you completely automatically, right? Cold DM software such as Cold DM automates the whole process, right? Literally, you log into the accounts, it will send out all the DMs for you, fully automated. And, if you simply commit to doing a certain amount of DMs per day, whether it's 100 or 200, you will have a client within a week. And I'm not just saying that to say it. It's genuinely what I did to get these results. So what I did is I basically did 50 DMs a day just to test out my script and actually validate it. I did it all manually at the start, and I was able to sign 3 clients, right? Now, let's just say for a second that I didn't put in the work. I couldn't be bothered. I kind of did like 5 DMs a day. Would I have been able to get all these clients? No. Simply put, no. So what I've done is I'll show you the script in a second, but what I was able to do is I came up with a script. I reached out to as many clients as I could per day, or prospects per day. I did around 50 to 100, and it was all manual because I wanted to validate the script that I was using. And now I'm just completely delegated the task. So this is the exact script / process that I used for each prospect that I found. Now, this is where you're going to want to take notes, okay? So the first thing I did was a non-personalized DM. I literally copy and pasted a DM to 50 people a day. You guys are saying like, oh, you gotta be personalized, you gotta put their name, you gotta offer free value. Bro, I literally copy and pasted a message to 50 people. Now, all it was, hey, I just thought I'd shoot you over a message and see if you'd be interested in my offer. I made a quick video going over how I can help you get result. Is it cool if I send it over? That was all I said. right? And then they would either say, yeah, like I'll see the video. It's very easy to say yes to that. Sure, I'll watch a video on how I can get the result I want, or I'd either get no response at all. So I got a bunch of yeses. And what I did originally was I sent them a personalized loom. And what I realized, I started getting so many yeses that I'm like, okay, now I'm not leveraged. I got to make a way that I can just copy and paste the video and send it, and it'll be the same effect, right? So at the start, I did personalized looms that allowed me to book in a few calls, but then boom, switched over to a basically non-personalized loom video, kind of like a VSL type video, going over how I can get them the result they want and how my offer can do that. My service can actually do that for them. Then when they watched the VSL and they said, yep, looks cool, I'd be like, look, let's book in a call. Let's have a chat about it and see how we can implement it for your business or, in your scenario. And then they'll book in a call. Then, this is really important, guys, to prevent them from not showing up to the call, right? I would provide them a ton of free value before the call. I would warm them up. I would basically make personalized videos for them after they had booked in a call. Not before they'd even seen the first message. After they'd booked in a call, then I would do the free value. Now, this allowed me to book in around 5 to 20 calls per week just using this method, and I was able to sign 3 clients, and I've got one that's ready to pay the invoice soon. So you guys need to take notes in this, and you need to understand that if you want to be leveraged and you want to get a client as fast as possible, you have to put in the inputs, and you need to be doing at least 50 DMs per day, at least, and you then have to delegate the task, right, to a VA or a software. It's the only way you guys are going to succeed, right? I want you to remember is if you're person one here doing the personalized DMs, sure, right? They might see it and be like, oh, this guy took his time to make me a personalized loom and give me free value. But at the end of the day, you can just do this and you're still going to get clients much quicker, right? You have so much, the inputs you put in are going to allow you to get so many more clients and actually get so many more responses for you and booking a call. But yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any questions about the process and if I should make a video going over how to actually use the software to get more clients. Thanks, guys.